Hi students, welcome back to Wisdom Academy YouTube channel. In the previous video, you have learnt about electromagnetic induction and generator. I hope you have seen the complete video and you have come to know the principle of electromagnetic induction. What is that? Whenever there is a change in magnetic field, there is an induced current, and the direction of this induced current was given by Fleming's right hand rule. Then I told you this electromagnetic induction is the basic principle for the working of a generator. What is generator? Generator is an electric device which is used to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy, and it works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. I also told you how to convert an AC generator into DC generator by using a split ring type commutator. So if you have seen the video and you have made your own notes, you would have got a confidence over electromagnetic induction and generator. Today's class I am going to talk about domestic electric circuit, where I am going to say you how the wiring or how the electrical connection is done in the buildings and the home. Like where you are staying, you will have some wiring coming which is giving some light, fans and all these things are working. No, I am going to talk about how this wiring is done and what wires means what. For example, you would have seen this kind of arrangement. No, when you are putting a pin, there will be like 3 pins will be there. So 3 pins, generally what we think that one wire is positive, one wire is negative, and when the positive negative are combined, the circuit is completed. That's what our basic thinking is. But actually there is a different meaning of it. See, when I draw a normal circuit, what you have seen in the previous chapter, you would have seen something like this. There is a bulb here, resistance here, or there is a cell here. This is a cell and it has positive and negative terminal. So cell also provide electrical energy, but this cell, it provides you direct current. You will learn about this in the higher classes. What we are using in our home is not direct current, it is alternating current, right? So it comes from very huge distances. So first of all, you should know that the current which comes to your home will not be produced nearby. The current what is coming to your home may be coming from very, very far. Like people usually in Chennai, they receive current from either Neyveli plant or they receive current from Kalpakkam thermal power plant. So the current travels far away from Kalpakkam, current travels far away from Neyveli and reaches us in the form of current. So how it comes from that much far? There is a basic principle behind that, that when it comes from this much far, they have to be carried by some wires and transmission should be done, and that transmission will be high voltage transmission. I have made a small factoid video based upon that. Even you can go and see about how the power transmission is happening. Once again, coming back here, so that current is coming through that wires and it is high voltage is getting converted into low voltage by using some transformers, and finally what comes to your home inside is 220 volt potential difference. So someone is thinking why we need this 220 volt. I have already told you that when you want to push the charges, we must have some potential difference. Like we have 2 containers and water is filled in both. Only if there is a potential difference, the water will flow from higher to lower. If there is no potential difference, the water does not flow. Same way, when you want the current to move, when you want the charges to flow, you must have potential difference. So potential difference between these 2 wires, this is one wire, this is another wire, the potential difference between live wire, this is called as live wire, and one is called as neutral wire. So potential difference between live wire and neutral wire is 220 volts in India. It is 440 volts in some countries. So depends. So in India we are providing for domestic connection, we are providing a potential difference of 220 volt. In industries we are providing some 440 volts also, and in some places we are even providing thousands of volts. Like for example, if you want to see railway stations, there you can see even 20,000 volts provided for the electric engines. So based upon what is the usage, the potential difference given. For domestic connection, 220 volt is sufficient. So there is a live wire, there is neutral wire, and a third one is earth wire. So earth, live and neutral. What is the color of this? So live wire, generally live wire is in red color. Neutral wire is in black color and earth wire is in green color. So earth wire is in green color, live wire is in red color and neutral wire is in black color. That is the color coding of wires. So if suppose you have a connection, if you see some red wire is going, then understand that is a live wire, and green wire is used for earth connection, and black wire is for neutral connection. But this is for single phase connection I am telling. Nowadays we even have 3-phase connection where we have more than these 3 colors of wire, that you will study in the higher class once again. So as of now you understand that red color is given for live wire, black color is given for neutral wire, and green color is given for earth wire. Now what is the use of this? So live and neutral, you understand, live wire carries current and neutral wire is neutral in nature, it does not have any current, but it completes the circuit. So only when this live wire and neutral wire are in connection, the current will flow through it and your circuit gets completed. Until these two are not connected, your circuit remains incomplete. So live wire, which has the current coming inside, when it is getting connected with neutral, then only the circuit gets complete and the appliance starts working. The question is, why is earth wire is given then? Earth wire is given for your safety. Whenever there is an excess flow of current due to short circuiting or overloading of current, then this current should not enter into your appliance and damage it. Suppose I am having a particular light or a laptop and I am working at normal conditions, and suddenly some extra current comes due to anything, like lightning happens or some fault happens, or maybe this live wire, neutral wire are touching each other, something like that happens. In that case, there may be a chance of short circuiting and abruptly current will start flowing in the circuit. In that abrupt connection of current, it should not destroy your appliances. That's why we have earth wire. This earth wire, what will it do? It will take the excess current. Where it will take? It will take the excess current to the ground and will earth it. That's why it is called as earthen. So whenever we construct any home or any building, what we do, all the points that above points, no, everything will connect in one wire, and finally we will take that wire inside the ground and bury it little deep inside the ground. We will bury and we will put a plate there. Generally they should do that. Many homes they don't do that, it's not safe. But generally when we construct the home, we must take all the earth wires and bury it inside the earth, so that if there is any excess current coming or any overloading is happening, then that current should be sent to the earth. So you understood that what is live wire, what is neutral wire, and what is earth wire. And I told you the potential difference in India given is 220 volt. And I have already talked in the previous class about fuse wire. So what is fuse? Fuse is present again to save the flow of excess current in your circuits. So what is fuse made up of? Electric fuse is made up of material which has low melting point and high resistance. I told you the reason for these two things also. Why low melting point should be there? Because only if the melting point is low, the wire will get melted up and it will stop the flow of current through this. And high resistance, because only if the resistance is high, it will allow the current to pass very slowly inside that, and the wire can feel that extra current has come. If that resistance is very low, current will pass through it immediately, damaging the next appliance. So always this electric fuse, it should have low melting point and high resistance. So this fuse wire is kept in series. Fuse is always placed in series. Why should it place in series? Then only it will save the appliance. If it is present in parallel, you have seen, like if I give you one small example, there are 4 bulbs here, or let me say 3 bulbs are here. All these 3 bulbs are in parallel connection. Suppose I assume that this bulb stops working, there is some problem in this. So current cannot come inside. So whether the other 2 bulbs will glow or not, current starts to flow from here, it goes. Some current goes here, it will not go here because this is incomplete, but it will go here. So current is going in this, coming back, going in this, coming back. So we can see that this bulb will glow, this bulb will glow, this will not glow. But if the same 3 bulbs are in series connection, and let me assume that one bulb gets broken down, then this circuit itself becomes incomplete. The current will not even flow in this. Don't think it will flow up to here and stop. No. For the current to flow, the circuit must be complete. Circuit itself gets broken, none of the bulb will glow. Same thing applies for fuse. If you put the fuse in parallel, suppose I put the fuse here, then it can save only this particular branch. Other 2 branches will be unsafe. But if you put the fuse here, then all these 3 bulbs will be safe. So always fuse should be placed in the series. And one more thing I told you in the previous class, that whenever we are doing this domestic wiring, all the wiring is done in parallel. I'm not talking about the fuse, I'm talking about wiring. So, wiring in the home must be in parallel connection. Why is that? Why we should give parallel connection? The reason for giving parallel connection is that, see, in the series connection, if we have 3 appliances and all these 3 appliances are having 3 different resistance, then the potential difference gets divided based upon this. So, suppose 220 volt is starting from the source, and if I have 4 appliances and 4 appliances different resistances, the last appliance may not be able to receive the potential difference, because the potential difference will be consumed by its resistances. But in the case of parallel connection, if I have 10 volt here, here also 10 volt, here also 10 volt, here also 10 volt, irrespective of what resistance they have. But if I have 10 volt here, and if I have 2 ohm, 4 ohm, and again let me assume it as 4 ohm, in total I have 10 ohm here, total 4 plus 2 plus 2, and 10 volt means current comes as 1 ampere, because I is equal to V by R. So, what will be I? V by R is 1 ampere comes. So, what is the potential difference here? 1 into 2, 2 volts, here 4 volts, here 4 volts. So, out of 10 volt, only 4 volt will go in this, only 2 volt will go in this. If this appliance needs more than 2 volt, it will not glow. That is what happens in the case of series connection. So, if suppose in a home 220 volt is supplied in series connection, then all your appliances will not be able to work. Rather, everything should be in parallel connection, so that every appliance receives similar amount of potential difference, and everything is getting 220 volt. So, if you see any appliance and you see its rating, it will be having 220 volt supply. So, generally what we make in our homes, we give at least 180 or 200 volt of supply for running of that instrument. So, if it is going less, then it may not work properly. One more thing, if you see that the current what we give in home will be going into like 2-3 different connections. So, we current goes like 5 ampere connection is there, and we have 15 ampere connection. So, why they are doing this? 5 ampere connection means where again the load is low. So, if you have seen in your home, some points will be having smaller size of plug, and some will be having some bigger size of plug. Usually, if you see the AC connection, geyser connection, they will be put in the bigger plug. We will have big plug for that. And normally when we charge our laptops, mobiles, or using tube lights or fan, they will have smaller point. They are 5 ampere plugs, and we have even 15 ampere plugs. The 15 ampere plugs are used for heavy appliances. They are given for heavy appliances, whereas 5 ampere is given for low appliances, low voltage appliance, low voltage appliance. So, if we have 15 ampere, then we can run AC or geysers or refrigerators on that, and for other small devices we may even give the 5 ampere connection. So, what we have seen in today's class, I have just told in brief about what is domestic electric circuit and how we do this circuiting. I told that there is a main switch from where the current starts to flow. In main itself, one fuse will be there, and then parallel connection will be given to all the homes, whereas fuse will be present in series. And as I said that there is a live wire, there is a neutral wire, there is earth wire, live being red color, neutral being black color, and earth being green color, and how the current is distributed I told you in today's class. So, with this we come to an end of this topic. I hope you have understood this and you have taken a proper notes of it. In the next class, let us see what we do, because we have finished all the 4 chapters of physics. I have talked about light, I have talked about human eye, I have talked about electricity, and I have also talked about magnetic effects of electric current. In my next video, I will talk about sources of energy. Till then, keep on liking the video, share with your friends, subscribe our channel. Thank you.